that time. With Season 3 being soon to be around, maybe in the next couple of months, I figured now would probably be a good time to reopen the Snowpiercer realm and the Discord as well. Seeing as how in the past 5 months I've been absent, the the realm had, we closed it down temporarily to kind of save me a few bucks, and the Discord soon after kind of fell short on activity. So, it's ultimately just been kind of, sitting dormant, kind of dead, not very active at all. But now that we've kind of gotten our first little teaser clip of Season 3, and, a few images of what to expect, I'm kind of expecting that the inspiration and the ideas for Snowpiercer fans is going to start spiking again. So, it kind of seems like now would be a good time more than ever than to reopen the realm and the Discord as well. So, to kind of fill in the video here, there's a few things I kind of want to catch you up on and also kind of share a concept with you and then kind of give you an idea as to what to expect with the Discord. So, as the realm stands, you probably, maybe some of you might have seen the little other video that I released here a few weeks ago. The realm as it is still completely untouched. Everything is exactly as it was before it was closed, so everything's still here, all the builds, all the trains that people have made here and there. Some members might have completely left the Discord, some few that I do know have stuck around up to this point. So probably once the realm gets opened up, which I will probably try to get it opened up as soon as I upload this video, people can come back around and check out the realm and return back to the junction with this. So, alongside the Snowpiercer realm, this Snowpiercer realm, there's a certain concept that I want to share with you that I've had here recently, and in order to describe it to you, I have to jump over to another map. Here, the concept that I have here that involves me jumping over to another map is alongside the original Snowpiercer realm, I've had the idea to create a second map that is also going to be opened up as a second realm. Only this realm's going to be more of a, air quotes, Snowpiercer refresh. And the reason why I put it like that is because, as you can clearly see here, there's no trains, there's no flat map, there's nothing. This is a completely new map. However, the gimmick to this is the fact that this map is still using the exact same seed number that was used on the original realm. So theoretically speaking, whenever I first started making my train, I think I actually had it started just about right here. And then it stretched on back that way before I made the flat terrain around it. So this is the exact same map, just completely untouched, aside from the few skeletal frames that I've got sitting here, which I'll elaborate in a minute. So, with me saying that this is supposed to be a Snowpiercer realm refresh, alongside the original, both that one and this one would be available to any members that come along or find out about the reopening of the realm in Discord. And with this map, oh shit. I can't even remember where I just left off at that last sentence, so... Alright. So, with the terrain being completely left untouched, the overall idea behind that is that, for anybody who comes along and decides to start a new project on this realm, now you have the custom landscape to make more authentic, just do landscape work around your train if that's something you want to do. And also, I'm kind of wanting to leave the opportunity open to those who maybe instead, if you don't want to build a train, instead maybe you want to build like a frozen bunker somewhere out in the hills, or maybe make like your own little weather station or a train station or something. You could do that too. But alongside that, the only major gimmicks, or I should say limitations that I have in mind for this realm, in order to kind of prolong the health and the overall just space of the realm and kind of leaving more room for more players to come along and do their own things and make their own trains, what I'm going to be doing with this second realm is that the only limitation that I have in mind is that the track gauge for everybody that joins is going to be the same. So essentially, whenever you build your train, it's got to fit on the same size track as everybody else's. Now, and taking this into account, I went back to the original realm and took a look at how big my train was, and then you saw those gargantuan ones further on down the line. This track template here that I have, which is kind of where the skeletal frames come into play, is this is how wide optimal size track to at least have decently sized trains with a decent enough detail and big enough space for some, extravagant interiors. And as it stands right now, going from the center line, that's 7, 7, so that's 14, 15, and then the rails themselves count for 16, 17. So your train wheelbase is 17 blocks wide, and then depending on how wide you make the wheel wells or the fender flares, whatever the hell you want to call them, those would account to maybe more space inside your train. So this track gauge is smaller than what I used originally on my first Snowpiercer train. And by doing this, everyone's trains are the same size, so they don't become gigantic. And the track gauge being the same for all members kind of also leaves the door open for the idea of maybe having people merge tracks together. Like, say maybe someone has a train going east to west, and someone else has a train going north to south. You could either have like a cross junction, or if you want to go as far as to build a curve that actually integrates into a switch somewhere, we can kind of have like an interconnected rail network. The only issue with that is everybody would have to build their track at the same level, or the same height, and I don't have my coordinates showing right now, unless maybe you kind of want to build a bridge or a tunnel or something like that, which kind of goes back to the whole landscape work. So by doing this, I would hope that maybe that the space would be more available. Hello, Snow. It's raining cocaine. Woo! I just said that. Anyway, so yeah, space would be more available. Let's see. So aside from the space, trains being all the same size, so it kind of eases up on the frame rate and all that whenever more and more get built. One of the other limitations that I have in mind, and this snow is actually distracting me surprisingly. Cleared that up. So one of the other gimmicks that I have in mind is, with the trains and the tracks being all the same size, rather than leaving it to where people, everyone try and make a train that's 1,001 cars long or 100 and some cars long like we originally tried on the first realm, I thought about maybe making it to where, just to kind of, make things easier and, better. I say better, but this might kind of come off as a negative for some people. But anyway, long story short, have the trains be limited to just 60 cars long, or have a max of 60 cars, because most of us, even on the first realm, didn't even reach that many cars. I think someone might have, but it's doesn't have any interior on it. So yeah, that's the other gimmick. So really, those are the only two limitations: same track gauge and trains only being 60 cars long. But that the ability to be able to build stuff outside the trains might kind of make up for that, because I do believe there actually was one person on my other Snowpiercer YouTube video here recently saying that he'd like to build Frosthome from the game Frostpunk. The idea of building a frozen city somewhere in between the trains, that would be an idea that I'm open to. I wouldn't be against that as long as it doesn't interfere with other people's tracks. And this video, and that is the actual Snowpiercer Discord itself. So I took a couple of screenshots of the actual Discord here so I can kind of give you a visual guide as to what's going to be the overall process for the steps you should take in order to kind of get settled in here. And also, for anyone still watching, I am going to say, in order to get the best experience and the best communication between me, other members, and such, I would highly recommend that you join the Discord, because that'll make things a hell of a lot easier whenever it comes to figuring out who needs privileges or who needs to be upgraded to member status so you can build. Because I should have just said this right off the get-go, but when you first join the realm, you're going to be at visitor status until you kind of make yourself known or introduce yourself in the Discord and let me know who you are. I find you on the list, and then I can change your privileges as needed. So anyway, now that we got that out of the way, when you join the Discord, the first couple of channels that you're going to see is announcements, welcome, questions, events, tickets, and rules and such. Just the basic shindig. Really, announcements is just whenever I got big plans. Welcome, that's just an introductory, basically the introduction of the Discord. Questions, there you can ping me or at me on the Discord, and if you need to ask a little bit more of a detailed question and need a bit more elaboration on something. Events, that's just if somebody has an idea that they want to kick off, like, hey, you want to do like a tournament or a challenge, or maybe set up a role play of some kind. Ticket rolls, that is probably not going to be very much of a necessary channel anymore, because initially we had the idea of trying to have people be certain classes, like, depending on if you've been with the Discord so long, it'd be first class, and second class is like you built a train, third class is you're just a newbie. But I think we'll do away with that and just try to keep it simple. And rules, well, the general stutter much. Yeah, the just the general rules. Okay. So then let's see here. On the second tab here, this is probably going to be where you do a lot of your activity whenever you get into the Discord. The common cars category. Here you have your general, your pics and vids, music, memes, reference, inspiration, spoiler, discussion, theories, discussion, and an SFW chat, because why the hell not? So you probably already know what these are all about, so I'm not going to elaborate too much on these. Pics and vids, like that'd be where you just send pictures and GIFs. Music, memes, pretty self-explanatory. Now references, that chat is kind of more or less if somebody finds like concept art or takes a screenshot of the TV series or the movie, or they find like a illustration of some kind online, you can post it in the reference chat so other players can look at it, or if you just need an easier place to find the images, you can put it in references. So you can take a look at screenshots that people have said and take reference from it to help maybe give you ideas for some of your other builds. Inspiration, kind of the same thing, really. Spoilers, spoiler warning and theories, that's where people kind of come up with their theories about, how the show's going, because, we do talk about the actual TV series and the episodes and the different seasons itself in this chat, and also the movie is included as well. So that's basically the overall just general activities section or category in the Discord itself. So now on to the next page. Now this third category under the Minecraft name, this is going to be initially where you're going to want to go when you first join the Discord. So aside from reading the guidelines and the rules and maybe taking a look at the welcomes chat, you want to go down here, and in the names category you'll want to hop in there and just put down your Discord name and your console, like gamertag name, whether you're on Xbox or PlayStation, because Minecraft Bedrock is cross-platform, so you don't really have to emphasize what console you're on, maybe if you want to, because it doesn't, whenever I go searching for your name in the actual realms, the list of members, it doesn't really specify whether you're Xbox or PlayStation, just so long as your gamertag name is exactly the same as you have it on your console, so I can find it and then give you privileges and all that stuff whenever you introduce yourself, make yourself known, kind of talk with the members and such. And let's see, project plans, that's going to be where you talk about what you have in mind, where you plan on building it, and how big you plan on making it. That way people can kind of understand like where not to go, or if you... Yeah, I guess really I should say whenever you join the realm, for people who want to start projects, it'll kind of be first come, first serve whenever it comes to picking your spot of where you want to build your train. Just throwing that out there, so yeah. So then, yeah, project plans, it's say, you pick a spot and then you put down your track and you just kind of say that's where it's going to be. I plan on making it that long with maybe a curve at the end. So people just can kind of understand what you got in mind. Just don't get greedy, right off the get-go with how much you plan on trying to build. Kind of like try to leave a little bit of space for some newcomers, because it'll probably be some days, if not weeks, maybe even a month or two before things really kind of get some speed. So then, let's see, active projects, I guess it's just kind of like where you put your confirmation as to what you're doing currently and which project you're actively working on at that time. Excuse me. And train profiles, that's kind of really more or less just a fun category that you could play around with. It's say if you kind of want to make a background story of your train, you can put it in there. Maybe make some fun details, fun facts like who built it, what's the name of the company that runs it, where's its origin story, stuff like that. Build showcase, I really feel like that's just kind of more or less another pics and vids type of chat. Like you just post screenshots of your train like as it's a work in progress, just kind of showing all the different things that you're building, and just kind of, I don't know, just kind of posting updates on your builds if that's something you want to do. And the building chat 1 and 2, those are really just kind of like designated chat groups. If you have a friend of yours or another member on the Discord that's helping you on a project, or if you're helping someone else, you could use those two chats to kind of communicate between each other to, say like what or what to do or something like. You could also use the voice chats for that, really, and that'll help you out with that. Now, the fourth category down there below Night Car, I don't have a screenshot of that because that's really just the voice chats and just other random chat rooms and stuff like that. So there might be a few other things down there, but in all honesty, you don't really have to worry too much about anything all the way down there. Just the common cars category in this Minecraft category is going to be where you spend the most time on the Discord. So with that being kind of like a step-by-step guide as to how to get yourself set up, what chat does what ahead of time before you join, hopefully that'll kind of make it easier to just hop in, do whatever you got to do, and then you're ready to go. So let's see, let's hop back over to Minecraft here and I'll sum this up. Alright, well, that just about sums up everything. It's quite a long video to get all the information in there, but I feel like it's kind of necessary depending on how serious some people might be about partaking in this. I say partaking, but just joining eventually. So, yeah, that's basically everything you need to know about the realm opening back up and the Discord itself, and, hopefully the information I gave you about everything so far has been either helpful or at least interesting enough to maybe want you to come back, or maybe if you're a new member that just found this, hopefully we might see you soon. So I'll try to have the actual realm itself hopefully active either soon after I upload this video or maybe sometime Sunday, depending on how it all goes. As far as the Discord, it's been a thing, and yes, I will try to make sure to update the code and make it to where it doesn't expire, so hopefully whatever I put down in the description box will work at any time whenever you come along. So yeah, I'll make sure to get that part right. And that should just be about the long and short of it. So, like I said, a bit of a long video, but kind of necessary, I think. And, well, I guess there's really nothing much else more to say other than, yeah, you take it easy, take care, man. I'll hopefully see you here, and until then, if not then I'll just see you next time.